Hello, welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to do new makeup releases because it's been a while and I just have a few products that I want to talk about. Most brands are focusing on Black Friday, holiday gifting, all that kind of stuff. So there's very little really proper new launches that would be worth discussing at length. These videos I'm trying to, I suppose, not only just talk myself out of buying new makeup, but also talk you out of buying new makeup, because for the most part we don't need these new products. If you're watching this video, you're probably a lot like me and you just love makeup, you love knowing about new products even if you're not going to buy them yourself. As we come into November and everything is going to be like non-stop just buy, you can avoid that. You don't have to spend your money. You can just be happy with what you have and use what you have. And I think I'm going to try and like make content around that and just kind of using what I have and making videos where I'm not necessarily focusing on new products, but rather like the makeup look that I'm doing. And this is as much for me as it is for any of you watching, because I need like talking out of things as well. If you liked the video, do hit the thumbs up button, leave me a comment, let me know your thoughts about these products. And if you're not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing if you would like to see more content from me. This is my K-pop Demon Hunter makeup that I filmed for short form, so that will be on in shorts and on Instagram Reels and TikTok at some point, but I will link it in the description box if you want to see how I did it. The first product I'm going to talk about is one that I am so tempted by. I haven't yet fully talked myself out of this product yet, but the problem is that it's not yet available in Ireland, so I can't buy it anyway. So hopefully by the time it comes here, I will have talked myself out of it. Sorry, I have a pen in my hand because I also have a notebook, so it's just a little, you know. I've seen a few of the like US and Canadian based creators that I watch try these and I was like, oh, I want those. There's one specific shade, or maybe two specific shades that I really want, but it is the MAC, which is very weird because I'm not usually someone who lusts after MAC products. I'm not really a MAC person. I never really got into MAC. When I first got into makeup, I wasn't like a MAC girl. I haven't tried any of their foundations or eyeshadows. I've only bought, I think, blush and lipsticks, maybe a liner. I think that's about it. I'm not a big MAC person at all. They have released these new Dazzlelips Crayon. It's not a new product per se. Other brands have come out with these before. I used to have one from Urban Decay years ago. I think it was with the Wizard of Oz collection, you know, when they had like a Wizard of Oz, it was that new, I actually never watched the film, but it was like the one with Michelle Williams in it and I think James Franco, and they released a collection and they had a red lipstick crayon that they already had that formula, but that was the one that I tried. It was red. So it's described as an ultra smooth lip crayon that provides prismatic color payoff and a mega metallic finish in a comfy balmy formula. And there are 12 shades. It's $28. It will probably be like €30, I would say. But I just love the look of the shades. The one that I'm really interested in is called Gemstone, and it's kind of this like, it's described as a taupe brown with blue pearl, but I just love the look of it. And then there's another one called, oh, Cosmic Plum, which I really liked as well. But what I will say is the swatches on the website look quite different from the videos I've seen of people trying them on. So I would have to kind of see it in person to know. It's not something that I probably would like if it was very, very opaque. I'd like more of a kind of like a sheer to medium type of finish from that. But yeah, I just love the look of all the shades. I just think they're really fun. And I like that they're like metallic. They have a bit of a shift to them. It's probably more of a trend than anything else, but I just love the look of them. I don't know what it was about these that just struck me. I think it was like, maybe it was the people who I saw applying them. If we get them here, I will probably go and look at them in person, because this is a type of product that I wouldn't really want to blind buy, because I'm just not sure if is it like this fantasy that I have in my head, or is it actually going to be something that I would wear, you know? What I liked about them is that they're not colours that I have already, you know, they're kind of like different colours than what I already have in my collection. So if I see them on counter in one of my local department stores, I will have a look at them because I'm really curious. And that those two shades in particular, Gemstone and Cosmic Plum. But I would really have to see them in person, I think, to spend the money on them. Do I need another lip product? Absolutely not. And I know that. But I really do want to try them, just to kind of like quench my curiosity, you know. So yeah, that is that. I thought I would mention this gift set from an Irish brand because I spoke about, I think in the last new releases, I spoke about the Sculpted by Amy cushion foundation, and I just kind of thought, okay, I think I should try and include more Irish brands in these videos because I don't see them talked about in new makeup release videos at all really, so I just kind of thought I would include it. This is a brand that I have tried one of their products, which was actually sent to me by my friend Celine. I will link her profiles in the description box. You may follow her already, but her username is honestly Celine, and she sent me one of the liners because I think she had an extra one and she loved it and wanted me to try it. So the brand is Hildun Beauty. They first launched with eyeliners, which is kind of I suppose a different thing to launch with as a new brand, but it has just done really, really well for them. This is the liner that Celine sent me. It is tiny because I've used it so much, but this is it. So the shade is Chocolate. I'll show you what it's like actually excuse this on the back of my hand, but I'm going to show you what it's like because this is like, if you can see, sorry, I'm like doing this backwards, so it's really hard to see, but you can see how smooth that is. You can blend it out as well, and then it sets and it doesn't budge. I love this liner. I have used it. As you can see, like it's nearly gone, and I don't know how much I'll get out of this because it's you know, I don't know how much more of it I can sharpen, but it is very similar to Lisa Eldridge Ground Coffee, and I think it's Victoria Beckham Cocoa, but I much prefer the formula of this to the Victoria Beckham ones. I just think it's just better. It just works better on me. The Victoria Beckham ones kind of blend away on me, and then they crease. They kind of don't last as well as these do. I would say for me, they're probably on par with the Lisa Eldridge in how much I use it and how it works on me. They both do the same thing. They both kind of are that kind of formula where they are very soft and smooth, and they don't like skip across your eyes. Really, really easy to use. You can use them with a brush as well, which I like to do quite often. But yeah, I would say on par with the Lisa Eldridge ones for me. But they are €18, so really a much better price than the Victoria Beckham and Lisa Eldridge ones, and just they have like some just great shades. And another thing about these is they're vegan, and the Victoria Beckham ones are not. And I bought the shade Bordeaux from Victoria Beckham, which is like a kind of a rusty red, like a burgundy colour, and I had to give it to my sister because I did not realise that they were they had carmine in them, and I'm allergic to that, so I couldn't use it. But the Hildun ones are all vegan, so they do have a couple of kind of more reddish tone ones. They have one called, I think it's called Blaze, and then one called Chili Chocolate as well, which is kind of like a reddish version of this. And those two are on my list because it's so hard to find a vegan eyeliner. So just something that doesn't irritate my eyes. I just find that really difficult to find. So if that's something that you're looking for, and if like me you found that the Victoria Beckham ones just didn't work on you as well as you wanted them to do for the price, these are like half the price or more than half the price of the Victoria Beckham ones. They're just excellent liners. They're just really, really beautiful formulas, and they just work really well. And as you can see, it's a well-loved pencil, and I have a lot of pencil liners, so for me to get down to this size in a pencil liner really is saying something because it doesn't happen a lot. So I wanted to mention that because they have just released their kind of holiday limited edition liner set, and it is a set of 3 liners, so it's worth I think €54, but it is on sale for €40. I don't think it's yet released. I think it's the 3rd of November, so tomorrow Monday. So by the time this video is up, it'll be launched, but I'll put a link to it. It could be sold out. I don't know what way it's gonna go, but I wanted to mention it because I just thought the colours are beautiful in it. There is a shade called Milk Chocolate, which is like a cool toned paler version of this one. Then there is Copper Glow, which is that kind of like copper metallic colour. And the last one is called Rich Violet, and it really is that kind of slightly cooler deep purple shade. And oh, I just love the look of that. They're almost soft enough that you could blend them all over your lid and use it like as an eyeshadow or as a base or something. So I just wanted to mention it because it's an Irish brand. It's a brand that I just think is kind of just doing all the right things. And I wouldn't say that about a lot of Irish brands because a lot of them just don't really appeal to me. They're releasing products that just really kind of speak to me, and they have some lip liners, some lip products, and a couple of eyeshadow palettes as well, and they're just all really good price points, I think. So I would definitely say have a look at them. I'm sure they ship internationally. I will double check, but I'm pretty sure they ship internationally. But that set in particular, if you are somebody who likes liners and you like to play with liners in different colors, that set is really good and it's really good value. So I just wanted to mention it because it's a new product. I know it's limited edition. I really hope that they make those shades permanent because I just think they're such beautiful shades, and that is something that's going on my Christmas wish list because I just think it's a really nicely curated set of eyeliner shades. But definitely worth checking out if you were a fan of liners or if you are looking for a good vegan liner that's affordable. They are €18 and I just think that that's such good value for the quality. So yeah, I wanted to mention that because it's always nice to give a mention to an Irish brand, and I think most of my audience here I think is UK and US based, so you may not have heard of this brand, but I thought I would mention it just in case you wanted to check them out. Another new launch that I'm kind of trying to talk myself out of, one shade in particular anyway, is the Half Magic eyeshadow singles, and they have released 3 new shades. So you probably heard me talking about Blushing Lizard before. I have a few of their other ones as well in a little palette, but they released 3 new shades and they're these kind of like icy cooler shades. So they have Possessed Pearl, which is a cool taupe with an icy sparkle, Sparkle Puff, which is a champagne with an icy blue sparkle, and Tickle Spell, which is a gold with an icy sparkle. They're $14. The issue with this is that, and I've asked them and they haven't replied to me, so hopefully I can find this out, but Half Magic are currently stocked on Beauty Bay for shipping to Europe, because the shipping from their website is obviously going to be a lot more expensive. You're going to have to pay customs, all that kind of stuff. To me, it looks like Beauty Bay are not going to be stocking them anymore because there are very few products left on their website, and they also don't have any of the new products, so I think they might be getting rid of them. If I find out between now and this video going live, I'll add a little pinned comment. But the shade that I really want from this trio is called Sparkle Puff. It's that champagne with the kind of icy blue sparkle. I saw Rose Gallagher wearing it and it was stunning on her. I actually recognized it straight away because I was like, that is such a unique shade, and I just knew it was the Half Magic shade. At the moment, I'm not going to buy it from their website because I don't know what is going on with Beauty Bay, and I just don't want to pay shipping and customs for one $14 single eyeshadow. It's just not like worth the money to me, especially when I have like other similar things. But it's just, I love that formula and I love the look of that shade. Hopefully I'll find out what's going on with Beauty Bay, but the only good thing about that is it's making me not buy this product because I obviously can't get it easily, so that's stopping me from buying it, which is, you know, a good thing in the long run. But it is something that is on my wish list. That shade in particular, I really love the look of it. I really hope that Half Magic are not leaving Beauty Bay because otherwise it's going to be really difficult to get their products, and I really love their products, so I'm hoping that that's not the case. But yeah, because there was a bunch of new products that I wanted to try, like the crayons and everything, and they were just completely sold out on Beauty Bay, so I just didn't get them. I have ordered from their website before, so I know that they ship here, but you will pay shipping and customs, and it just adds so much more onto the price, and it just makes it not worth it to me. Fingers crossed they will still have an EU stockist, but that shade, Sparkle Puff, I really love the look of that shade, so that's something I'm trying to talk myself out of. KJH.Brand are releasing their new Nano Set Brow Gel on the 4th of November, so this Tuesday. So it could be the day that this video is up that product is launched. Katie has been using it on her social media, and she used it in a few looks. I love the packaging of it. It's this kind of like a brownie taupe packaging, and the little brush on it looks quite thin. It looks like it has a really good hold to it, so I'm very, very curious to hear what that's like, or to see people using it. Like I said, they have sent me PR in the past. I don't know if they are sending me that product, I'm not sure, but I'm very, very curious to see what people think of it, because Katie Jane Hughes is obviously known for her kind of various brow looks, and she kind of got me into like Glossier Boy Brow and Brow Flick, and into using pens and stuff. So I'm really curious to see what her version of a brow gel is like. I'm hoping that it has like a really good hold to it, because my eyebrows need that. But from what I've seen, it looks like it will do. And like I said, that's out on the 4th of November. There is no price as of right now, but her products tend to be priced quite well, so hopefully it won't be too expensive, because obviously brow gels are something that you go through kind of fairly quickly enough. So it would be great if it was kind of priced quite reasonably. So that is something that's coming this week as well. Yeah, so that one I'm very, very curious about. So the next product is from Merit, and I wanted to talk about it because Merit have recently launched in Ireland after like I think 3 years of not being able to get them. They now have launched in Ireland, and I think it's made me want to try the brand less. If that's possible. So when Merit first launched, I saw a lot of people who I follow on YouTube talk about their products, people who were based in the US who were able to get them. And they actually, I think it was 3 years ago maybe, they actually emailed me about sending PR, but I couldn't accept it because they didn't ship to Ireland at the time. They now ship to Ireland, and to me their products seem to be very hit or miss from what I've seen. This new launch is the Solo Shadows in a Sheen formula. So they already have the Solo shadows, they're a cream eyeshadow, and they have those in matte formulas, and they've just released 6 shades of the Sheen formula. It's described as a buildable cream eyeshadow for a sheer wash of colour, now in 2 finishes. They have 6 shades: Palladium, Sartorial, Glacé, Iris, Surrealism, and Matchbook. But when I first saw these, I was a bit intrigued, because I know that people really quite liked the matte ones, but they said that they tended to dry out quite quickly, and obviously that's a big issue. If you're spending €29 on a single eyeshadow, you want it to last for a good while. So that was kind of the big issue that I heard people talking about, was that they were really nice and they lasted really well and they were nice shades, but they just dried out quite quickly. Obviously with a product like that, you have to make sure that the lid is closed properly on it. So I don't know if there was some kind of an issue there, but they have now released these new ones that have sheen to them. I would say when they say sheen, like, you know, it's not like it's shiny. This is a brand for a specific type of makeup user, and I know that some people will really love this kind of product, because it's almost like you're getting that slightly metallic sheen on your eyes, but it's very, very subtle, and some people will really love that. And I think the shades that they've done, you know, they're nice. Like, they're just not, I don't know, I just don't find this kind of product very exciting. To be honest, I'd probably be more excited by the matte ones, because I feel like a matte one, you can kind of use it underneath something else, whereas I feel like these Sheen ones, you're probably not going to be able to do much more than just use it on its own. Microfine pearl in it, glassy multi-dimensional colour. So yeah, like, there are a couple of shades that are nice. There's that kind of like cool toned shade called Iris, which I think is quite nice. It's kind of like a taupe lilac, but again, they just don't really do a lot on your eyes. It's very, very subtle, and that's going to be the ideal product for some people. I guess it's just not a product for me, really. It doesn't really like wow me or like excite me, you know. The formula could be lovely, but just from the imagery I've seen on the website, it just doesn't really wow me, you know. It's kind of like this, it's a very like kind of a boring eye product, but that is the product that some people want. Some people don't want lots of glitter, lots of sparkle, you know, bold colors. They just want something neutral that they can just make their eye look a little bit done, and it's going to be the ideal product for some people. It's just not really for me. I am curious to see reviews of these, purely because of the reviews of the other ones were kind of mixed, so I'm curious to see what people think. But it's just not something that, you know, it's obviously just not meant for me. But like I said, this is going to be somebody else's dream product, just not mine. This is a product that was just posted about for the first time yesterday, as far as I know, by the brand, and then also by one of the makeup new release accounts as well. Violette F4 have teased a new product, and they haven't said what it is yet, but I saw on one of the new makeup release accounts that it's going to be called their Lune liner. And they actually posted a picture of like a kind of like a night sky with like a moon kind of reflected, and like alluded to like a new product being launched, which is funny because they've kind of been launching a lot of new products recently. I guess kind of looking at the images I've seen of this product, it makes sense that they're launching it now, because it's kind of like, it would be like a really nice holiday kind of product. But it is their Lune liner, which is a long wearing smudge proof liquid liner. And there are 3 shades. They're $34 and they're going to be launched on the 6th of November. So this week is going to be a big week for launches. There's a good few products coming out this week, but yeah, the brand itself have not announced what this is going to be. I don't know how this makeup account got these pictures, because I wasn't, like, I didn't see anything else about them, but maybe they, I don't know, maybe they were sent them, I don't know. But they're kind of these multi-chrome liquid liners. I thought it was kind of a strange launch for the brand. It's not something that I would have thought that they would come out with. But they kind of do tend to do those more pared back products, but then also, you know, the brighter colours, like, you know, the U paint with the kind of bright blue and the kind of metallic glittery shades. So it's something that I was not expecting at all from the brand. And I saw this last night and I was trying to think of another brand that does this exact kind of product, and I couldn't think of any off the top of my head. I know that there are brands that do like a pencil or crayon liner that are multi-chrome, like these Danessa Myricks ones. I think, does Glisten maybe have, I think Glisten might have a liquid multi-chrome liner. Possibly. They have something similar. So it is the kind of product that you would see from a indie brand. So I think that it's interesting that they are kind of doing those kind of more fun products along with their core line of like the Bisou blush and the Bisou balm and their skincare and that kind of thing. So it's a Violette product, so of course I'm going to be interested in it. As with the KJH launch, they have sent me PR in the past. I haven't heard whether I'm getting this or not. I don't know. I would love to, because this is like a product I really would love to try, and it's really my kind of product. It's something a little bit fun, but you can wear it in a subtle way. It's not going to be like too noticeable. It's just like a nice flicker of like a multi-chrome across your lash line, or you could do some graphic lines with it or go underneath your eye or whatever. So I'm really curious to see what these are like. Yeah, kind of a surprise, but a good surprise, and I'm very interested to see what the formula is like and how they apply on. So I will be absolutely looking out for reviews of these. If I don't get them myself, I will be searching for reviews, because I'm really curious to see what these are like. This is a product that is right up my street and is something that I'm very curious about. Obviously they're $34, so it's, you know, a higher end price point. And I know a lot of people probably wouldn't want to pay that money for a multi-chrome liner, because it's not something you're going to wear all the time. So I don't know how it will do in that sense, but very curious to see what it's like, and to see reviews and see it being applied, and to see more from the brand about that product. So that is one that I'm very interested in. Another new product that it said was out, but it doesn't seem to be on the website, is the About Face Cherry Pick Lip Shimmer. And there are 6 shades and they're $20. So I have not tried the Cherry Pick, the like plain like matte version, but these are like a kind of a shimmery glittery version. So I'm very interested to see what these are like. I haven't tried anything from About Face in a few years, because they stopped shipping to Ireland from their website. You could get them on Beauty Bay. They've just recently launched on Space NK, so that's great, because it's a kind of a nice price point brand, and it's a really good mixture of everyday products and then those really fun products. When they first launched, I think it was in 2021 they first launched, I ordered from the website and I got a bunch of stuff, and I really loved, I think, almost everything that I tried from them. Their eye paints, their glitters, their highlighters, their lip glosses, like everything was just really fun and had like a nice finish or texture to it, and they weren't too expensive either. I'm curious to see what these are like, because I know The original Cherry Pick lip products kind of got mixed reviews. Some people loved them, some people kind of weren't mad about the shade selection, but it is a kind of product I like. It's like, I like that click up, really glossy balm. So I'm interested to see what these are like and if they are a little bit more sheer, because I think the other ones are quite opaque. So if these are more sheer, I'd be more interested in that, just because like with a really glossy product, having something opaque is kind of difficult to maintain. So I'm very curious about these. Hopefully they got them on Space NK, but I haven't seen anything else about them. I just saw like one post about these and they're not launched yet on the website, so I don't know if they will be, but it was just a launch that was interesting to me. I'm always curious about lip products from brands, and I haven't tried anything from About Face in a while. They did actually offer to send me some stuff on the Shop My app, but when I got back to them then they said they couldn't ship to Ireland, so I was raging because I really wanted to try the products, like the newer products. But hopefully they will at some stage, because that would be great. So yeah, I'm curious about that, because I do really love About Face as a brand, and I've loved kind of almost everything that I've tried from them. So yeah, that's one I will be keeping an eye out for. Something that I wanted to briefly talk about, because I know that people have already talked about this. It's been out for maybe a couple of weeks now, and it is the Danessa Myricks Lightwork 7 palette, I think. I think the Lightwork 3 and 4, or is it 4 and 5? I have 2 of them anyway. So I've seen a lot of people use this palette, and every time I see someone use it, I'm like, oh my god, it looks gorgeous. But I just know it's not worth the money for me personally. These are such expensive palettes. Like, I think the only thing really more expensive than it is like those really high end, like the Louis Vuitton and the, you know, those kind of palettes. But it is like €160 or 100, I think it's £142 and $128. So that is quite a big jump. Like, you're talking $128. You could maybe see that being okay, because like, you know, obviously there are some brands that charge that for like their bigger palettes. I think it's an 18 pan, yeah, because there's 3 little kind of like 3 palettes of like 6 in it, but €160. And like, this is coming from somebody who has 2 of these palettes, which I love. I think they're amazing. I love the formulas. This is the first one that she's done with mattes in it, but like, you know, if you're paying €160, you want something more than just like a bunch of mattes, you know, you want kind of like really exceptional shades and textures. I suppose because I'm now being like a lot more conscious about what I'm buying, I just look at that price and I think, I don't think any piece of makeup is worth that money. It's so expensive. The whole thing with the packaging and the being able to take out the separate palettes and kind of mix them around, while I do think in theory it's a good idea and it makes it a bit more worth it than like the previous ones, which were like around the same price, but they were in like in cardboard packaging. The packaging is obviously a lot more well thought out with these last 2 Lightwork palettes, because I have eyeshadows from C Beauty brands, from like Sheen Effect, the Cheery Up ones. I have like the Bella Beauty Bar palette that I just got. I guess because I have all of those palettes and eyeshadows and single eyeshadows with like amazing finishes and textures and shades, it just doesn't appeal to me as much as it probably would have like maybe 3 or 4 years ago. You know, obviously I have seen people use it, and there's been a couple of times where I've seen somebody wearing an eyeshadow and I've been like, what's that? And it's one of the ones from the new Lightwork palette, and I'm like, oh god, like I just want that one eyeshadow because it looks amazing. I'm sure I have a lot of these shades similar enough, or you know, I'd get the same effect. It kind of seems a little bit more like subdued and muted than some of the previous ones. I'll show you the ones that I have actually. So yeah, I have the Lightwork 3 Infinite Light palette. This is the Lightwork 3, and it's, you know, it's still an incredible palette. Just some amazing like textures and finishes in that. And then this is the Lightwork 4 Transcendence palette. Oh my god, this is in bits. That is my child. Oh my god, Maya got her hands on this, and like, look what she's done. But this is like incredible. Like, these are kind of wet liners, These are like the chrome flakes, but they're like in more of a kind of a cream than a gel. And then the duochrome on some of these is unbelievable. When you look at the packaging on these compared to her new one, it's kind of like night and day. So because I have those two palettes and like I've barely scratched the surface of them, like I could do so much more with them. It would be ridiculous of me to spend €160 on another Lightwork palette because I'm just never going to get the use from it to make it worth it. And I have these two and they're like incredible, and you know the packaging isn't as like wow as the other one, but I still, you know, they're very practical. Some of the looks I've done from those are just like some of my all-time favorite looks. It's not worth it for me. If you are somebody who has never bought a Lightwork palette, you love Danessa Myricks, you love her formulas, then you know you might be something that you ask for like a holiday present or a Christmas present or whatever. I just think it's so expensive for what it is. I know that you're getting 18 eyeshadows and you're getting this kind of like, you know, innovative packaging or whatever it is, but I just, yeah, I don't know. It's worth it to you if you want it, and if you have the money and you can spend the money, then it's worth it, you know? And that's the way I always am about things. If you don't like something and you wouldn't buy it, it's not going to be worth it. Like, you know, just do what you want to do. Don't listen to me. While I think it's beautiful and I'm sure I would love it, I think it's too expensive for what it is. I really do. I haven't tried any Danessa Myricks products in a long time. The last thing I tried was the lip and cheek palette, the dewy lip and cheek palette. That's the last thing I tried, and I know since then she's released like a new foundation, the blurring balm, the setting spray, the liners. She's really kind of done a lot since I've last tried the brand. So there are a bunch of products that I would love to try from Danessa Myricks, but I don't know, there's just so much makeup out there and you just can't try it all, and that's fine. You know, I'm happy with what I have. I think what I'm going to do is take out my two, well, I have them taken out now, but I'm going to just have a look at these and maybe do a video using these during the week, or like do some content using these to kind of quench my like Lightwork palette thirst. Because, you know, obviously when I see something that's like shiny and you know, beautiful, of course I want to try it. But I have these and they're so gorgeous, and I just think, why would I not just use these? You know, obviously on social media, you know, you get rewarded for featuring new products because that's what people want to see. But I think it's so important to remember that a lot of us, I'm not saying everyone, but a lot of us have so much beautiful makeup that we don't use. And I'm so guilty of this, of just constantly wanting new things, and you know, being able to try something for the first time, like that's, you know, gives me such a rush of like dopamine. It's like, oh, it's like a new thing that I get to try for the first time. But I think it's about like trying the things you have in new ways, and the rush you get from like trying something you haven't tried in ages, or doing something new with something that you've had for a couple of years, is amazing. And that's what I want to focus on instead of focusing on new products. So I had to mention the Lisa Eldridge holiday collection. Even though it's been out for a couple of weeks now, I still wanted to talk about it. I don't think I mentioned it on social media. They did send me a couple of products, which was so nice. I got a little like pamphlet, which is really cute, and then they sent me I'm so happy they sent me this because I love this cleanser so much. But they sent me the cleansing kit. So it has the little illustration. The packaging for these has illustrations from the artist Blair Breitenstein, I think is how you say it. She's a New York based illustrator, but they're just so cute. Like they're very like retro kind of inspired, like really, it makes sense for the brand, I think. But they sent me this set, which is the cleanser. I just love, like, I was so happy. I have it in the box, but I have actually opened it and used it, even though I don't like to open something when I'm already using, you know, another of that product. I already have a cleanser open, but I just had to open it and use it because I haven't had it since. I bought it when they first launched the product, and oh my god, it's just an exquisite formula. But it comes with this little headband. But look, it has the little monogram on it. It's so cute. Oh my god, it's so soft as well. Will it fit my big head? Yes, it does. So that is it. Like, how cute is that? I love it. I just love it. When I saw this in her launch video, I was like, oh my god, please sell those, because I really wanted one. I'm a sucker for merch, what can I say? And like this cleanser, I would nearly go as far as to say don't try it, because you will, like, nothing is going to live up to it in future, because I've tried so many cleansers. This is expensive. I think it's €52, is it, or around, it's around the €50 mark. The cleanser on its own is 52, and then the set is 57. So it's a lovely present for somebody. I obviously wasn't going to buy it because I've already tried it. I have other cleansers, but I am beyond excited to have that cleanser back in my life, because it's just so luxurious and beautiful and such a nice formula. I use it as a mask as well, and I use it as a mask like on my whole face and my lips, because it's just, it leaves your skin so hydrated feeling, like it's just so moisturized. I've never had such a hydrating, gentle cleanser before. It's incredible. I truly cannot recommend it enough. It's expensive, like it's €52, so it's not something you're gonna buy all the time, for most people. But like, I have tried cleansers that are double the price and they're just not as good. It's just incredible. So that is something that I love. There are 6 holiday kits. There is obviously the cleanser one, and then there is 2 lip kits. So there's a set that has the Muse lipstick and lip pencil, and then there is a ribbon one that has ribbon liner and ribbon lipstick. So they're really nice, like if you know somebody who has who loves red lipstick, or who hasn't tried velvet ribbon, or somebody like Muse is just like the perfect neutral color on so many people. So that is a lovely set. Then there is a set that has the Kitten Lash mascara, the Kitten Flick liner, and the Liquid Lyrics in the shade Cressida. So it's kind of like a little kitten eye like holiday eye look set, which is lovely as well. And with all of these, you're kind of like saving a bit of money. So like the lip sets, it's like worth €55, but they're €44 to buy. So I think that was really good. There are 3 new shades of the Liquid Lyrics eyeshadows, which are, as far as I know, they're permanent, and they come in a set, but they also come separately. Then there are 2 limited edition shades of the Rouge Experience lipsticks. There is Scarlet, Sequin, and Dreamy Damask. Then there are 3 new glosses. They are the Gloss Embrace formula, but they're the Gloss Embrace Sequin. So they're a shimmery formula, and they sent me one of those as well. I'm wearing it on my lips. It comes with this packaging, which is so gorgeous. This is called Chameleon Chaos. So it's kind of like a duochrome copper, orange, pink shift with like a shimmer in it. I'm going to put them on just so you can see what it's like, but it is. It's quite sheer, but you can build it up if you want more. You can use it as a topper or over a bit of liner. It's that really nice smooth Gloss Embrace formula, but with some glitter in it, which is like, you know, I'm a glitter gloss girl. I was a teenager in the early 2000s, so I love a glittery lip gloss. You can't feel the glitter in it at all. It's just like really smooth, but it's just so nice. So there are 3 shades of that, so you can get a set with the 3 of them in it, or you can buy them separately as well, and they're limited edition. So the only new products that are permanent are the new shades of Liquid Lyrics. I may have made a cheeky order and bought a couple of things. I think they're coming tomorrow, and I'm planning on doing a video trying out the new products and kind of like showing how you can wear this and that kind of thing. So obviously I would love if everything was permanent, but I'm really glad that there are some new permanent products in there as well, because I love the Liquid Lyrics formulas. I also love the Liquid Silk formulas, but they're just really easy eyeshadows. If you're somebody who wants to try a like metallic or a glittery eyeshadow, but you don't like the idea of like a powder or a pot or like a pigment, the Liquid Lyrics is the easiest metallic eyeshadow you will be able to try, because it's just so easy. I have a full review of the cleanser and the Liquid Lyrics formula on my blog, which I will link in the description box as well if you want to know more about the formulas. So that is it. That is all of the new beauty releases that I wanted to talk about. Obviously there's so much more than that. If you liked the video, give me a little thumbs up. Please do leave me a comment. Let me know if you've tried any of these products, because I'm always curious to see what you think as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon with another video.